Hi everybody, welcome back to Forensic Science. This is second semester. I'm your instructor, Mr. Thomas. There's a picture of me. Yeah, that's my cowboy hat. Anyway, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad we're all back together. I've put together this presentation because I'm going to carry you through some things I need you to know about forensic science for this semester. I'm going to show you a few other things to get us through. There's quite a bit you need to know. We've had to change the second semester just a little bit. It's going to be the same kind of stuff. It's just going to look a little different inside of Play-Doh. So please watch the whole video so that we know we're all on the same page here. All right. The first things first, I want you to take a look at your grade from first semester. If you were in my first semester class, there's one or two of you that I don't know if you were, but take a look at the grade from first semester. Is it correct? Did I make a goof up? I've already had one or two students say, Mr. Thomas, you missed this one assignment, and so I had to go back and fix it. Do I need to make a change? And if so, you need to let me know. I'll investigate it. I've had a few students tell me that they had to have something changed, and I looked and they were wrong. They hadn't completed the assignments, and we discussed it. So go take a look. Then I want you to do a little reflection just in your head, what you could have done better to improve your performance in the class. Could you have been a little more diligent about logging into the class more frequently? Could you have taken a little bit of time and gone slower through the assignments and done things a little bit differently? A lot of you guys did well, but a lot of you guys really drug your feet, and I'm hoping that we don't have that problem again this semester. This is going to be the entire semester, and at the end of the class you're going to have a semester exam to take, so you need to get ready. And yes, we're going to be doing almost exactly the same as we did last semester, including a notebook. Okay. Did you complete the semester exam on time? And I have a few of you that didn't. A lot of you guys did. A lot of you guys worked really hard, but if you didn't finish the semester exam, you can still do it. That's the only thing from last semester that you can still work on. But if you need to do the semester exam, you can. You just need to get in contact with me. So some other things I want you to need to be aware of, that I need you to be aware of. I need to be able to contact you. You guys, most of you guys I was able to get a hold of, but some of you guys I just couldn't get a hold of. And so that's really important for me to be able to contact you. So I'm going to show you guys something. In a few minutes I'm going to email you this calendar, and I'm going to be talking about this calendar quite a bit. The first thing that I'm going to want you to do is take a look at this assignment here on January 8th, which says FS second semester check-in. Okay, now this video that I'm making right now is going to be linked here. Hopefully you click that, and so if you click that, it's going to be the thing right under it. It's the second semester check-in, and when you do, it's going to pull up a it's going to pull up a Google form that asks you a few things. Just very simply put in your first name, put in your last name, give me a phone number that I can call and text you at. That's going to be one that's good for you. Now I tried to do this last 9 weeks with you, or last semester with you guys, and that was kind of hit or miss. We're going to try it again. But I also want you to give me a phone number that I can contact your parents at. Yes, I know I misspelled can. Now here's the thing. I don't contact parents to gripe about kids, hardly ever. In fact, when I do call parents, I try to say something very positive, and then let them, if I have to say something negative, it's very quick and easy. And then so don't be afraid to give me this phone number. I'm not going to call your parents just to gripe about you. Okay, if you're doing well and I call your parents, and I made several of these phone calls last semester, was, hey, your kid's doing great, keep it up, I just wanted you to know that. And I did do that several times. Okay, one other question that I have is there going to be a language barrier? If so, I need to arrange for a translator when I speak to your parents. Hang on. So if I need a translator, could you please just click this here, and I can arrange to have a translator to speak to your parents. Please don't be afraid of me calling your parents. I'm just telling you, I'm not that kind of a teacher. I will say very nice things about you, I promise. Okay. Finally, at the bottom, there's something I need you to do. I need you to acknowledge you're going to access the class daily, that you need a printer and internet access. A couple of things I want to talk about with this. Daily, I put that in there just because I want you to know that it's serious. If you can't access daily, I do mean at least a couple of times a week. Okay. If you go more than a week of being in my class, there's a problem. All right, so I want you to acknowledge that I need you to access this class often. I say daily. If you do 3 to 4 days a week, that's fine. I need you to have a printer. That was a huge problem with some of my students last semester was they didn't have a printer to print out the guided notes. We're doing guided notes. You're going to be printing out and then filling in notes. And so if you don't have that, that's a problem. And then finally, yeah, you need to have internet access. Now you have it right now because you've accessed this. If you're having troubles with, I can't tell you how many times I heard the router is down or my internet quit on me, which I think is the same as my grandmother died. But you know, I feel bad for you. I can maybe stretch things a little bit, but we're not talking for weeks here. Okay, so if something happens to your printer, you need to start looking for another printer. Maybe it's the neighbor. Maybe they'll print it for you. Maybe you can have somebody print it at where they work. If your internet goes down, you need to start looking for other internet. Don't just sit around and hope that some angels from heaven fix it. Okay? All right, when you're done, click submit, and that way I have got you covered. So that is this link right here. That is for January 8th. We're going to come back to this in a minute, and I'm going to show you the rest of it. But right now I'm going to go back to this. Nope, this, nope, yeah, this right here. Okay. So I need to be able to contact you. So make sure that you are completing that link. Now here's the idea. The next thing I want to talk about is the weekly calendar. If you did not see this last semester, you really weren't paying attention, because I will send you a calendar weekly. Now this class is going to get changed a little bit. We're going to do things in 2-week groups, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now as soon as I can find it. Here is Unit 1, Monday, January 11th, all the way to Friday, January 22nd. That is Unit 1. That's 2 weeks worth of class. So I'm going to actually send you, this first thing I'm going to send you is going to include all of this, okay, all the way down to there. But, you know, normally what you're going to get from me is a 2-week calendar here. And over here on the left, these are all the links. I had a thing over here on the right called enrichment, but I'm not going to fool with that. Right now we're just going to be working through this stuff. There's plenty of work in here to do. You're going to have some things to work through. You're going to have some guided notes, and there's some audio that goes with it. This semester I'm not going to be recording audio for you unless I feel that it's necessary. I may include a video here and there from me, but for the most part you're going to be having the audio read to you if you want it. Okay, so that's all the stuff that's going on in here, and I'm going to carry you through that. Yeah, I think I will do a weekly starting next week. I think I'll do a weekly video, and today I'm just going to include all this in here. But there's flashcards, there's text questions. Now the flashcards, that's actually not an assignment. I'm not going to give you a grade on that. I should put that somewhere else. Yeah, I don't have anywhere else to put it. That's not an assignment, but everything else here is an assignment. The guided notes, the text questions, okay, these are there's a drug evidence lab, there's drug research activity, and there's a quiz. Those are all assignments, and I need them done. Plus, don't forget the notes are technically an assignment. I'm just not going to collect them at the end of the week. I collect them about every 4 weeks. Okay, and I'm going to carry you through all these in just a second. So that's the calendar. You should use it. I'm going to send that calendar to you. I will send that calendar to you 2 weeks at a time, but I'll send it to you again halfway through. So, oh geez. So there it is. I'm going to send you this calendar today, which should be probably about January 7th, and then I'm going to send it to you again on Monday, January 18th. It's the same calendar, okay? But I want you to see what's going on. And then in Unit 2, I'll send you a calendar on January 25th, and then sometime in February, okay? But it will cover 2 weeks, all right? So just my advice, follow this calendar. I take a lot of time to put this thing together for you. So if you follow this calendar, you're going to be doing great, okay? You will be keeping a notebook, and there's a link right here in the calendar to the notes. I'm going to go ahead and pull those up. Yep, I guess I don't have those linked yet. I will. The notes are here. The notes are right here. When you click on those, it's going to take you to the page of notes. I'm going to show those to you real fast. Where are they? They are right here. Okay, and what it is it's just everything that we've used in terms of material. And I'm nice to you for the first year. I just want you to make sure you read through this. This is coming straight from the assignment, but there are some blanks, and then you're just going to fill in the blanks. And there's more blanks as you go. But I've taken out, you only have to do probably about 25% of the actual notes instead of writing all of it. Okay, yeah, this looks long, but it's only 8 pages, and you know, when it crushes down, you probably have to write less than 2 pages. That's not bad for 2 weeks worth of notes. Okay, you need to print this thing out and you need to write it. I will not accept notes that are typed. I hope everybody hears that, because I'm saying it as clear as I possibly can. I will not accept you typing these notes out. Okay, you have to print these out and handwrite them, and I just want to be as clear as I can about that. So you're going to be keeping a notebook. Now this notebook is going to be worth quite a few points, as you will see in a minute when I cover the points. Okay, let's talk about Zoom for a minute. I need to communicate better with you. Therefore, let me come back over here to the curriculum. We're going to be covering 8 units, and in between each unit, so about every 2 weeks, I'm going to want to talk to you on the phone or Zoom, either way. But I will not open the next unit for you until you have contacted me on the phone. And in fact, while I'm on the phone with you, I'll open it up for you. But that's going to be crucial. I can call you, and it's a 3-minute phone call, but I need to talk with you on the phone. Okay? Or I would much rather do it in Zoom, and I'd rather Zoom with you. And I can promise you that the Zoom will be just you and I. It will not involve another student. A lot of you guys have trouble with that. Okay? While we're in here, let's go ahead and look at something. I'm going to open it up on just this one unit, and there's a lot of stuff in here, but you may notice here on the right, I've hidden a lot of it from you. Okay? And I'm going to unlock this soon, but this, when it says unit title, that's literally, look, I'll show you, it's literally a picture of the title. It's literally just a picture of the title. So a lot of these are thin. The unit summary is pretty short. The unit objectives are pretty short. Then there's 5 lessons, and you can just go through these lessons on your own. They are reflected right here in these notes. I actually just took the notes straight from these lessons. Okay, so as you open up lesson 1, have your notes out, start looking through it, and fill these things out. And then when you get to the end of lesson 5, you've done all the notes. I would open up the flashcards and go through those. This podcast, I'm actually going to move that up right there, but this podcast is the audio version of all these notes, and it's a single thing. So what I would do if I were you is I would look at these notes, complete the guided notes. I'd look at these lessons, complete the guided notes, and then once the guided notes are done, I'd listen to it again and somebody reads it to me on the podcast. Okay, then that's week 1. As you can see here, that's all week 1, and I need you to do the text questions in week 1. I forgot I'd move that up. But then after that is drug evidence lab and a couple of other things, and then there's a quiz. So I'm going to be showing you all that in just a second, but I want you to be working on those things. So we're going to Zoom about every 2 weeks or talk on the phone. Okay, it's a 3-minute phone call. Okay, number 5 is the assignments. I grade assignments usually Sunday night or Monday morning. With you guys, I may wait till every 2 weeks. I don't know. But there's a reason for that. We're going to start keeping track of your score, your grade a little bit better, and if it slips below a C, we got to do some talking. Okay. If you didn't submit the week's assignments, I'm going to put it in as a 0 in Skyward. It's only so that I can keep you accountable and say, hey, this is how far behind you are. This doesn't mean it has to stay a 0. You can make up the assignments you've missed to get caught up. Okay. I'm trying to help you guys do well in this class, but when you are doing these assignments, that should say assignments, not tutorials, because we don't do tutorials anymore in this class. When you're doing these assignments, I grade all of it. Everything that I ask you to do here, the text questions, the notebook, the test questions, the lab questions, the unit activity, the unit quiz, I ask you to do all of it. Okay, don't just do part of it. All right. So please don't waste your time by doing a poor job. Okay. Some of the things I want you to be aware of this semester. This shouldn't say tutorials and mastery tests because we don't do that anymore. I'm sorry, but I assign items other than what you might necessarily see inside of the curriculum. There may be other stuff. You need to be looking at the calendar, okay, not Edmentum. If you're looking at Edmentum, if you're just looking here and thinking this is all I got to do, you're probably wrong. Okay, so make sure that you're looking at the calendar to know what you need to do. All right. Sometimes I replace an activity with another one. Sometimes the activity in here is not what I want you to do, so don't do it. And if you email me and you say, hey, Mr. Thomas, I don't know what to do here, that's because you're not doing what I told you to. Like, for instance, the text questions, I'm not even going to unlock it, all right, because I'm actually going to send it to you in a different format, and I'll show you that later on. All right. Now the assignments are pretty simple. The midterm and the notebook checks and anything else I may label a test is worth 40% of your grade. We're going to have 2 notebook checks and 1 midterm before the end of the 9 weeks, and that's going to be 40% of your grade. So are the notebook checks important? Yeah. Any of the unit quizzes and anything else I label quizzes are worth 30% of your grade. Then text questions, labs, and anything else I label somewhere there's an activity. I think activity is going to go here under quizzes. Unit quizzes and anything else.